Let's go, guys, for a lap after Nordschleife. I choose the GT4 slower car, so easy to talk to you about. Here, the first corner, you have to make sure you exit close to the barrier. You can open a little bit here and try to look for the apex here quite late. Open to the right, use the curb if necessary. Stay to the right, and here aim for the 2 kilometer sign, and from there just go into the corner. You can open up to the left here, then try to make a braking in straight line and try to keep them and release for here this corner, and try to also have a one steering angle. So here you position your car very good for the spiff path. You can take the curb here, is no problem. Make sure you turn early, so here you have a good exit because you have a mini straight. Late apex for the turning here, car is straight in between these two curbs. That's very important for the stability of the car, and this section is super important. All the piff path is conditioning here, this straight. With the GT4 you have to brake a little bit here, maybe get the gear down, and try as well to take this corner Flugplatz with one steering angle to stabilize the car and to not unbalance the car. Up to there we're going to Schwedenkreuz, and I really stick to the curb here on the left because the track is not completely straight, so you have a perfect braking. Turning at the 5 kilometer sign, and here as soon as the car is straight, brake. It's also a late apex with a bit of banking, so you can really take the brakes deep into the corner. Here you don't need to go to the right, you stay in the middle of the track and aim for the 6 kilometer sign here on the right. And here we go in Fuchsroll. You just have to stay close to the curb. Here a little bit of braking, turning early on the curb and braking middle, gearing down and try to keep the speed up to there. When you're straight you can really slow down the car, sacrifice the entry here to have a good rotation here, and be early on throttle because here again important straight, important face coming up. The braking here is not easy as well as the turning, so try to brake and turn. Just it's a little bit of braking and a long apex. Here try to make a braking early and a turning quite late, so you have a perfect car in between these two curbs. Going down, so don't forget to brake early as well. Late apex, you can open a bit on the curb if you need. Straight go back to the right to open the angle for this piff path again, called in the past Spiegelkurve, and back to miss. Actually take this curb and this last one, then you open completely to the left, braking quite early too into Versailles and here, and stick to the inside. Perfect car, straight in between, then you go completely on the throttle, opening to the left. And here we go down to Breitscheid, same thing, we're going down, so be careful on the braking. It was a bit too much to the right. One steering angle here for the X-Müller, braking, end of the curb, I'm turning in, and I open as much as I can. If you have to take the curb here on the left side, is also really no problem. It's actually helping a little bit if you were on the limits. Here, open the angle, you have the braking sign, Yokohama, for example, it would be a bit late, but important that you brake quite straight and turn quite late, using the banking of this corner Arenberg to keep the momentum for the car, aiming for 11 kilometer sign we just saw. And again here more or less one steering angle. Important here to have the car straight, and here turning, have a bit of understeer next to the curb, and from there on just aim making straights. Don't try to follow especially the track. And here important to stick close to them, to these bumps, to follow the road. Braking and the end of the stones on the right, you can start to turn in, open here to the right, completely to the left again, a tiny braking after the bump if needed. You can open, position the car again straight, full braking. Don't follow the curb here on the left side, you don't need. It's also a very long corner, so you can brake deep into the corner, and open to the left, touching the curbs is also there, not a problem. For the famous carousel here, try to enter quite late, not too early, and exit early. So you dive here into this curb, following for the next curb. You don't need to go completely to the left here, just stay middle, close to the curb here, and from the stone you turn in. Try to avoid this green carpet. We never know if it's wet. I mean, in real life. Here it's a reason to find. Also there, not braking too late, not having the steer and catch the apex, and good rotation here to be able to be on throttle early enough. Aiming for the 15-kilometer sign, and then just find the rhythm. Light braking. You can here take the curb. It's really helping for the rotation as well as the right one. End of the curb, I'm turning in, and I try to open a little bit the steering wheel using the curb here on the left side. Braking down, one steering angle, it's really helping, and position my car close to the left here, and gear down if needed, close to the curb, opening again on the left side. At the end of this curb, I'm going in again, being patient. It's a long apex corner, opening and then straight to the right again for this braking here, late apex again, trying to position the car as straight as possible to be back on throttle. And here we go down Flanskaten, favorite section actually, with the GT4. You need to brake here a little bit before, actually any car. It's better unless you really have a slow car. One steering angle again, and here try to position the car straight before turning in the left. And Flanskaten 2, also important to have the car as straight as possible. Close to the left, so you have here the perfect angle for Stefan Belov. And you can really go out at nice speed. On the right you have these marshals in orange. This is basically your braking reference, but this is a long fast corner, you can take some speed. End up in the middle maximum of the track, late apex here, you can open, and even if you need go on the curb here is no problem, it will help you a bit. Here we try to make it like a normal corner, exiting quite early, letting the car roll to the right, and then positioning again here. Braking and turning quite a bit before the corner. This is a strange corner. I like it too. And here being patient and diving in. Also long apex, long corner before heading to the straight. And for the straight, I also stick to the left side. Usually it's less bumpy at the middle of the right side. Plus, and just for in real life, you have the trees, also like here in the game. And this is helping you with the wind. If there are some wind, it's just protecting you a little bit, even though it's just a GT4 still. And coming from the last section of the track, you have the Yokohama sign here. This is your sign for turning in. You don't need to catch necessarily the apex, because at that speed it's not necessary. Compression, you can brake a little bit and here in between, but big braking would be here, very going down and to start here, and you can take the car at a little bit of understeer here, but yeah, opening up, and that's it. Here we go. We just finished a lap of the Nordschleife.